you might have an expensive hobby. Hey there, I'm Sari Kimbell. I am the creator of Master Your Business, a next level program for people who have a handmade product they make in their own kitchen. It could be a food product, body care, pet treats, and you have launched it into the world. It is a real business. And you're wondering, have I started an expensive hobby? I have coached a lot of people over the years about this, wondering, do I? How do I know? And sometimes people do decide to quit, and some decide to make the necessary changes. Here's how you know. Here's some key indicators on whether you have an expensive hobby. Number one, you did not go in with an intentional budget and you are now questioning every little expense. You agonize over this little thing and this little thing instead of saying, here's how much money I'm going to invest in creating a successful business. Number two, you don't have any kind of tracking system of any kind, a spreadsheet or an accounting software. And if you do, it's not updated very often. You're not looking at the numbers regularly. Number three, if I asked you what your sales were last month or last year or last week, you would tell me, I need to go look it up. And maybe you need to go update your accounting software or your spreadsheet to find that number. A true entrepreneur, a real boss, a CEO who's leading their business knows their numbers right away. They could tell me exactly what they did last month and whether it's going up or down. They know these numbers off the top of their head. Number four, money just keeps going out and it feels really overwhelming and scary. You just keep lending the business more money, hoping it'll all work out. So even though number one was no intentional budget, right? These go hand in hand. That because you don't have an intentional budget and you don't have an intentional destination, you're kind of just throwing money at the wall and you're hoping something sticks. So you just keep spending more money on places that actually may be wasteful, but you're not doing it with any kind of intentionality. Number five, you have no idea what your cost of goods sold is and whether or not your product is priced correctly to actually make a profit. You are in business. You need to make a profit. And if you don't know what your real cost of goods sold is, your COGS, if you really don't know that number and you're not tracking it frequently, because it does go up and down. We've all seen an increase in our inputs over the last year. And if you haven't looked at it lately, it may be that you are not making a profit. And I know it can be scary to look at those numbers, but we have to. As the CEO of our business, it's important that you don't just make your product, but that you know your business. Number six, you tell me, I'm pretty sure I'm making money. It keeps coming in, right? You're like, yeah, I keep getting money. I'm at a farmer's market, I'm online, or I'm in wholesale. Money's coming in. And you're just reinvesting it back into the business. You're like, okay, it just goes back in, but you have absolutely no idea what is actually profit, what is expenses, and you're not being intentional about the reinvestment. It's really important to celebrate the profit that does come in and then be intentional and not just like a revolving door that you really have no idea what's going on in your money. All right, what are we on? I think number seven, you calculated your sales and then you did a little number crunching to realize that you are working a ton and you're maybe making $10 an hour. This actually happened. I was talking with a potential client and she's like, I did the math and I'm making like $10 an hour. Is it even worth your time? And I want to offer that there are ways that we can get more intentional about creating more sales and creating more profit and being intentional about our budget, controlling our expenses. And we also need to increase sales and make sure that this is worth our time. And all change, all progress starts with telling the truth. So if any of these resonate with you, like, yeah, that's definitely me. And 1, 2, or all 7 of these, it all starts with telling the truth, becoming aware of it, being honest with yourself, and then deciding to make a change now. And I want to invite you to come join me in Master Your Business. We tackle all of this and so much more. We didn't even get into the mistakes around outsourcing and hiring, which is the next level piece. In Master Your Business, we really get down into the brass tacks of your financials, knowing your cost of goods sold, holding you accountable to do this work, and then creating a forecast and a goal, a vision for your business. One where you are making more than $10 an hour. One where you are not spending all your time in the business, where you're not working so hard and you're not getting anything back from it. Now, there's a difference between being entitled about your business, where you're like, it just should be working, and one where you're being intentional to create a profit, to make this all worth it. And I am guessing you started this business as your why because you're so passionate about your product. You love making it. You love people enjoying it. But at the end of the day, you also need to put on your CEO hat. You need to look at your numbers, know what's going on in your business so that you can make good decisions that will help the business to endure. Because people who are making these mistakes start resenting their business. They start resenting the very product that got you into this. And I don't want that for you. I want you to love your business. I want you to create a business that works, that makes you money and gets your product out into the world. Because if you aren't making money, you won't stay in business for very long. I would love for you to come join me in Master Your Business. We start on May 9th, and it's a 12-week program. I want you to imagine 12 weeks from now, you have committed to showing up to every call. You are learning, you are implementing, you're taking steps to become the CEO in your business, to really understand and know this and run your business with more intentionality, that you didn't just drift and focus on the doing of the work, but you actually did work on your business. Imagine where you will be. You will be so set up for success to go into the holidays, to make big moves, to go for no, and be confident that this is working. You'll be ready to go and explode those sales in the holidays because you have created a really strong foundation. I want that for you. I want you to make this commitment. Sure, it's going to be summer. There's going to be things going on. There's always things going on. And making this commitment is going to change your identity. You're going to start becoming the CEO that puts the business first, but also creates a sustainable environment where you love the business, where you are enjoying it and it's working for you. To join us, to join me and an amazing group of other food founders, packaged product entrepreneurs, go to masteryourbiz.co and get registered. I cannot wait to help you become the CEO. We start very soon. And if you're listening to this anytime, you can go to masteryourbiz.co and either register if it's open or get on the wait list. All right, let's go. Let's make decisions. Let's be intentional and let's stop making these mistakes. You do not run an expensive hobby, you run a profitable business.